Hello, my name is Emmanuel Gonzalez Lopez from Physical Education in the fourth semester, and I'm going to talk about this pandemic and interview some people about this. We know that this pandemic stopped a lot of things like schools, restaurants, gyms, sports, and a lot of things. We know it started a few months ago and it might change some people daily life since then. It changed routines and habits from a lot of people. Even it could change emotion and cause side effects just like depression, loneliness, or anxiety, or being locked in home. We already know it caused many consequences in everyone's life. But how is people trying to go along with this? Well, we interviewed two people. One is a student that is living in the country with the most people infected in the world. Her name is Grecia Martinez, and she's living in Texas, United States. The second one is a worker from Mexico. Her name is Angelica Gonzalez, and it's my sister. So we will see two different perspectives of two people in different places and different occupations to analyze them and compare their answer. So let's begin with the interviews. And now we're with my friend Grecia from high school, and I'm going to ask some questions to her. So introduce yourself, my friend.
Hi, my name is Grecia Martinez. I'm 20 years old. Me and Manny met in high school, and I go to college. I'm about to graduate this year, and yeah,
Okay, so you're ready for the questions?
yeah.
Okay, so let's start. So the first one is, besides the economy and health, what else has this pandemic affect?
I feel like the pandemic affected a lot of people internally since we were kept inside and locked down. A lot of people tend to distract themselves with going to the gym, going to work, or going to school. So I felt like keeping us inside really affected those people who suffered from like depression or anything else that would cause them to feel even more alone being stuck at home by themselves.
Okay. So let's go to the second one, and it is, what aspect of your lifestyle will you change?
I will definitely stop going to like super packed places like concerts and clubs. So I will definitely change that. What else? I'll also start. I'm not the person who used to be like super. What's the word? Um, I forgot the word. But like I'm not the person who washes their hands like every 5 seconds or every minute. But now I will definitely start doing that.
Nah, I think you're lying, but okay. So let's go to the next one. And how do you show your loved ones your affection during this period?
So I did start working from home, so I was home all well, I still am home all day, and my brother and my sister are home all day as well. So what I try to do is I just try to get them out of their room because we do tend to all just lock ourselves in our room, but I do tend to try and tell them to come out, to go to the park, or even go outside to the backyard and just play with our dogs.
Okay. I'm going to ask Geraldi about that. And let's see. Okay. So, what will you tell to the people that are going through depression due to the quarantine?
I would tell them that in some way we're all in this together since we were all being locked down. And I would definitely tell them to try and reach out to someone they trust so they can have that person to go to and talk to them so they won't feel completely alone.
That's nice. So, next one. From the experience, how can people prepare for a pandemic? Well, for a next pandemic.
Well, they can try and be more careful as to like trying to take more care of themselves trying to be more healthy, not like whenever I know a lot of people because I'm like this too. So whenever I'm sick, I still feel the need to still show up to work, but I would change that from now on as well. So I feel like a lot of people need to start doing that as well. If they're sick or they feel sick, they should definitely stay home and just take care of themselves internally.
Well, this is an extra questions that I have for you. And
They
do
told
you,
me.
yeah, and do you think that the United States were prepared for this?
Well, I definitely think they would prepare for this in some way or another since we were really affected by it, especially in the beginning because we didn't know what was going on. So I feel like a second time, like if it happens again, hopefully it doesn't, but if it happens again, I feel like um, the government, like in some way, would help us more or like would know more ways to help us out.
Okay, okay. And next one, in which ways can we help the less fortunate?
Well, I know some schools and some companies were like giving out food and stuff like that. So I feel like even in a neighborhood, we can do that ourselves, like put out boards or like send out like text messages to our neighbors and to spread out the word saying that we're running a food bank or something like that and just giving out cans of food so we can bring people in and we can help them out.
Okay, okay. And the last one, what new things have you learned from your family in this quarantine?
That they're lazy.
Nothing.
No, yeah, definitely. I've learned that they're lazy. I used to be out all day, like with work and school and in the gym.
Yeah, I
So
know.
now that I'm home, I can see how like my brother and my sister don't wake up until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, well, that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, this is the second part of the interview, and I'm here with my sister Angelica. So, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Angelica Gonzalez and I'm here for an interview with Emmanuel.
Okay, so let's start. For the first questions I have, besides the economy and the wealth, what else has the pandemic affected?
I think that one of the most important things that the pandemic has affected is how kids had to stay at school, at their house, because the schools are closed and therefore moms and dads had to be home with them, and that's a bit of a problem because they're not as used to have the kids all day long in their house.
Okay, so the next one is, what aspect of your lifestyle will you change?
After
Yeah, after the pandemic.
I will definitely read more and do more exercise.
Okay. And the next one is, how do you show your loved ones your affection during this period?
By not showing at their houses, not kissing them, not hugging them, and have a safe distance.
That's a lie. Okay. What will you tell people that are going through depression due to the quarantine?
That they don't need to pass this by themselves. There are a lot of psychologists and people that are willing to help them, including me, and that this is just a phase. Don't worry about it.
Okay. The next one. From the experience, how can people prepare for a pandemic? For a next one?
I think that first of all, we have to be informed, and the places that we get that information for have to be sure and accurate, and that's it. Knowing that everything will pass, not entering in panic.
Okay, so this is an extra question just for you. And The question is, how do you think Mexico did it during this pandemic?
We didn't do it well. We went outside, we had parties anyway, we went to visit our family, and I think that the problem is that most people think this is a lie from the government, and the president didn't help much.
Okay. So the next one, in which way can we help the less fortunate?
By donating for those people that need it, or helping them to get some help from the government. There are a lot of how do you say, becas? There are a lot of becas, scholarships. There are a lot of help from the government. They give you like allowance or a lot of things.
Okay. And the last one, what new things have you learned from your family in this quarantine?
That we were prepared, that we are people that take care of other people, and that we are very smart people.
Okay, so that's all, and thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Emmanuel.
Now that we see the two interviews, we can do some conclusion about it. For example, that both answers were very similar, because they were agree that the pandemic changed a lot of things of people's lifestyle, not only in economy and wealth. They are agree that some people are suffering from depression in this pandemic, and both give like similar advices to them, like they say to go for help or something like that. And also they say they're willing to support these people, that we should give support to them. Also, they agree that their lifestyles will change in the future in some way or another, because Grecia said that she will be more careful when she visits like crowd places, and Angelica said that we'll start to do some other stuff like reading or do some sport. But the point is that they are willing to change some habits that they had in the past. Also, they agree that they are more connected with the family, because they say they care about them, they show love to them during this period. Well, in general, they say they do more connection with them. But the main point that surprised me a little bit, it was the ways that both countries were preparing for this, because both are agree that both countries weren't prepared for a pandemic. Actually, I think the whole world wasn't prepared for a pandemic like this, but Grecia said that the government did actually a good job during this, while Angelica said that we, the Mexicans, we didn't do a good job, because we keep doing parties, we were going out, we were visiting our family. Well, actually, we were not following the instructions from the government, and even some people think that it was a lie of a government. But both are agree that we can do better, because when coronavirus hit us in the past, actually no one was prepared for this. As a general conclusion, we can tell it's not easy for everyone, but this pandemic could have some positive effects on people. Maybe we can make a stronger relationship with our family, maybe we could learn something, maybe we could find ourselves. I personally do some stuff to distract or to not worry about this illness. I work out constantly, I walk my dogs with precautions. I play guitar. I play video games. I spend time with my family whenever we can. I work in my family stores. I do my homework. I ride my bike. Some other stuff. But the point is that I always try to do something. There is people who can suffer with this situation, but let's keep going until this is over. Let's be strong and get over it. Let's defeat coronavirus. So please try to always be positive and stay home, because that's the only way to end this.